Gemini, well, let's jump into it and have a look and see what's coming up first and foremost for love for the sign of Gemini. Okay, some of you definitely have someone new coming in. Beautiful ace here. You've got two aces, so I don't know if this is two different people or choosing between two different connections. A choice to be made over love, absolutely. You might be choosing between a fire sign and a water sign. So an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, could even be Earth. You've got fire here, so you've got air down here, so it can be any element, but you do have fire ace and water ace here. So you might be choosing between two different people, or you might notice that destiny sends you two very different connections or people. So for a lot of you, there is that decisive moment. Okay, there is a decision that needs to be made. You have the page and the knight, so two different people coming in, or two different connections that they're offering you. I feel like for those people that have been waiting on a water sign, I feel like there's some sort of outpour of emotion coming. And if you're not dealing with a water sign, if you're dealing with any sign, there could be an emotional reveal of emotions. And I say that because the ace is overflowing, and it can be analogized to an outpour of emotion. Someone telling you how they really feel, someone confessing something, someone unloading something on you. So maybe that's what that tension in communication is this month, because you might be dealing with some big or heavy news, or someone revealing a lot to you emotionally, and maybe that can be quite intense. And I do feel like there's a certain intensity around love for you this month. But I feel like that could definitely be happening. And I do feel, like I said, I feel like this is coming back from someone that you've been wanting to hear from, or communication has stopped, or someone has ghosted you, or it's been a little bit confusing. I feel like there's a message coming in. The bird is a messenger, and he's delivering the Eucharist into the Holy Grail here. So I feel like there is a very important message that someone has for you, okay? At least in terms of love. Now for others, I do feel like there's proposals, marriage proposals as a religious connotation here, major milestones, pregnancy, sexuality connected with the Empress here. She's that Mother Earth figure. She's very maternal. So I feel for some of you, you might be talking about starting a family, becoming a stepmother or stepfather figure with someone very important to you, or meeting someone very special through your children or grandchildren. That could also be possible. The Empress is very big on spirituality and growth. So I feel a lot of relationships are growing. If you do have someone significant around you, I feel like the growth that you'll see in the relationship this month is unprecedented. Very, very beautiful here. A lot of eights around you, which I mentioned. The Empress is all about growing up and spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So in these sorts of aspects, you might notice these beautiful changes with a person you've been dealing with. Or you might notice them. They might become more attractive to you. You might find that spark again if you've been with this person for quite some time, and if you've lost that connection, it could definitely resurface here. But a lot of victory in love. And again, this is, I hate to say it, but it is power and control, because he's in a very good position. He's on his high horse. He's got the upper hand. The people look to him. Now, I don't know if this is a fire sign that's going to be feeling this way, somewhat privileged or having the upper hand in a relationship. This could even be you, Gemini, you having the upper hand, you having that control, okay? So this leads me to say the ball might be in your court in a certain situation here. It could be your decision, or it could be you leading something. Maybe you're taking the initiative and you're going to approach someone. Maybe you're going to, I guess, dictate how this relationship pans out, or the pacing of this relationship. That could be coming up for a lot of you. Some of you definitely have a work romance coming up. There's someone here that's very attracted to you. It's almost like they're infatuated with you. I do feel like there's some stalking going on here as well for some of you Geminis. I don't know if you're doing the stalking or someone else is, especially online or looking over photos or trying to see where you're at on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. There is someone sort of searching for you because there's a bit of intensity here with the page. He doesn't see or hear anything else. His focus is on the Pentacles. So there's someone who's keeping an eye out on you. Okay, they've still got you in their sights. Now, I don't know if this is someone you've lost contact with, or you don't really speak anymore, or maybe they're just sort of still connected on social media, but they haven't really approached. And I feel like there's someone still keeping an eye out on you. It's almost like they're keeping tabs. Now, for some of you, this could even be an ex. There's someone that's still attracted or drawn to you emotionally. What I love about the Knight of Cups coming up here is that there's someone here who might understand how complex something is about you or about your connection together. But this is the ride or die to me. This is the one that's aware of the mountain he has to climb, the great lengths he must go to, but he's willing to do it anyway, or she's willing to do it anyway. So I feel like you're going to really see how dedicated someone is to you this month. There's something that they're going to show through behavior, through their emotions, maybe their words. I feel it's more behavior you need to pay attention to. And this is going to really reveal something, okay, just how committed they are to you. But there is a possibility of falling very deeply, okay? Either them falling very deeply for you, and it could be the water sign, that's, and if it's not water, it's someone emotionally coming back to you and showing you, I care, I know how hard this is, I want to do it anyway. Okay, wow, very admirable. It's not very often that we see that in people, but you might be lucky enough to see that. Let's have a look at your career, business. What's going on here, Gemini? Okay, in terms of career, you've got wish fulfillment happening here, Gemini. A wish, something coming true, something you've wanted or hoped for with the Nine of Cups, especially because you've had a lot of 8s and then you've got 9. So something, it could be money. It could be reaching a certain level of followers. It could be making a certain amount of money, reaching a certain amount of clients or gaining amount of clients, or getting that job you've wanted, or being in a very, very comfortable position here with that Nine of Cups. But to get that Nine of Cups, you've had to walk away from something, or will have to walk away from something, or have some sort of shift. The Death card is about doing away with the old, things that no longer serve us, and putting an ending to something. So the fact that the Death card is here and then you have that Ace, I'm thinking there is a new chapter or a new role, something that you might do. Could even be picking up a second job or doing something on the side. Might not even be full-time, but it's something that's going to reignite your passions. It's very rewarding in one way. And it could even be the past, something you've walked away from. The Death card often brings the past employees, past people, past colleagues, past dreams, past wishes, wants. So that might come back around, and this time, if it's like a second attempt, this time you're going to be much more aware. This time you're coming in with more resources, more motivation, more likelihood of succession here, which is really powerful. Now, the Death card can also, because it symbolizes the sign of Scorpio, Scorpio being quite a subconscious sign ruled by Pluto, anything that you've kept secret or you kept hidden might be thrown in the spotlight. So you might be coming up with a reveal or an announcement of some kind, putting something out there to the world, something that you've kept hidden or in the works. Could even be things that you've worked on behind the scenes, or something that you've always wanted to do or wanted to achieve. That's coming out, so you're actively going to pursue that. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune backing you, so it's almost like the green light. It's symbolic of a clock here even, so it's about divine timing and being at the right place at the right time, opportunity here, but also something being ripe and ready. Could even be completing a project, something coming full circle here as well. The Wheel of Fortune can point to increased money, better working environments, better relationships with colleagues, with management, superiors, handling situations better. Fortune comes in many forms. So I feel like that is on your side this month in career. But with the 4 and the 5 of Swords, you're definitely laying something to rest, or communication. Something's at a standstill here. You know, the Death card is loss. Absolutely. There can be losses in terms of finances, of losses of jobs and things like that. But I feel like with the 8, the 4 and the 5, something to do with communication, I feel potentially. You might lose touch with someone, or someone might become non-responsive for a period. Could be for 4 days, could even be for the 4 weeks. But there could be someone that becomes non-responsive or walks out, okay, walks out on you, walks out on a project, walks out on the business, walks out on the team, at like a team meeting or something. There's someone here that might take that step, 5 of Swords, walking away, leaving something behind, and then picking up the swords again, picking up the pieces, picking up where you left off, having to recollect resources, recollect your thoughts. So, you know, that could be a little bit devastating, and it could leave you with that anticipated / anxious energy, Gemini. So that could affect you in terms of career, I feel. You'll definitely feel losses in career. Now, the Death card is number 13, which makes 4, and 4 has come up here with the Swords. So it could even be something to do with the number 4. And 4 is half of the 8, which showed up so many times for you in the general reading. So I feel like there could be a connection here. There's a correlation with the number 4, or in the 4th month, in the 4th week, or on the 4th day. There could be some sort of losses here. It's also a period of reflection and quiet. There could be a bit of drama, scandal, or gossip tied into the workplace as well. And it will be made public, so be careful who's listening, who's watching, who you're emailing, where it's going, who's seeing it, because someone might see something that you intended to keep hidden or secret or not yet revealed, but it might fall into the lap or fall upon the eyes of someone who it wasn't intended for. So be mindful of things like that, because it could affect you. It could affect you in these areas, okay? But I will leave your reading at that, Gemini, for this month. Please remember, these are general readings. If you would like a specialized, customized reading to you, please feel free to email me